Hey guys, my reactions here. Today we are doing Ship Review, a new series that's going up on my channel. I'll be posting this a lot. It's depending on how much I edit these videos and care about them. Blah, 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 blah. So today we are going to review USS Iowa, which is the second biggest battleship ever made. Technically, all the Iowa ships are basically the same, so all of them count as the second biggest battleship, but it doesn't make sense. Don't mind this though. It's a scab, but it's fine. So let's get on to what USS Iowa is. Ordered in July 1939, later USS Iowa was laid down at the New York Naval Shipyard in June 1940. So this is about when the war is starting, it's erupting, blah blah blah. USS Iowa's main battery consisted of 9 16-inch 406mm 50 caliber Mark 7 guns, which could fire 2,700-pound, 1,200 kilograms armor-piercing shells, which is a pretty big bullet, accompanied with Oerlikon 20mm and Beaufort 40mm anti-aircraft guns. The first captain of USS Iowa was John L. McCrea. After USS Iowa was built and tested, it went on to serve many years in war. You guys probably don't want to know about the construction of USS Iowa. You want to know when it fired its guns or when its battles were, when it fought, and I will tell you that. On 18th March 1944, USS Iowa, flying the flag of Vice Admiral Willis A. Lee, Commander Battleship Pacific, joined in the bombardment of Mille Atoll in the Marshall Islands. Although struck by two Japanese 4.7-inch 127mm projectiles, Iowa suffered negligible damage. Like Bismarck and Tirpitz, USS Iowa camouflaged herself to hide her size. This was done to prevent any enemy from knowing the full size of Iowa. That paint was obviously replaced by a more normal gray color, and they replaced it because they no longer needed to hide the size. What they did hide was the amount of armor that was on the conning tower, the main belt, the batteries, and everywhere, the main deck, the superstructure, everything. So they lied about the armor on USS Iowa. If you look closely at battleships, like different types of battleships, so Yamato, Musashi, Mikasa, or maybe Tirpitz, Bismarck, Admiral Graf Spee, you name it. Admiral Graf Spee is actually a heavy cruiser, but it's basically a battleship. So, the nose, or the bow of USS Iowa is unique because it is called a bull nose bow, is what you should call it. This is a specific design. It almost looks aerodynamic, but it was made so the ship can go fast. The max speed that Iowa can go is 33 knots, which is crazy because it's a 1,000-ton behemoth of a battleship with a bunch of crew and a bunch of equipment, making it even more heavier. Yet when they tested it for full speed, it went to 33 knots, and it was because of that cool nose or bow, whatever you want to call it. It's called the bull nose, and it goes like this, and then it goes straight. It's basically straight, and then it goes out at the top. It's basically like that until you reach below the waterline, and it slopes into the rest of the hull. I don't even want to begin with the water displacement on this battleship. It is a huge number in the length, the height, the width, everything about this ship just screams, holy crap, that's a big battleship. I shouldn't mess with that. That's why Japanese, they noticed a about USS Iowa and all the Iowa-class battleships. That was a real threat to Japan. Their naval fleet was dying, We kind of dropped some nukes on them, which was pretty awesome. So, yeah, they built Yamato and Musashi, and those were built so they could fight USS Iowa and the Iowa-class battleships, because that was their rival. That was the main target that Japan wanted to focus on, so, Iowa wouldn't destroy the rest of their fleet. Fun fact, Yamato was completely useless. It stayed as an HQ in dock, and it was completely strict rules. It was hidden from anyone, but people actually took pictures, and they would get executed for taking such a classified, they would get executed for taking a picture of a classified ship. They tried their best to hide this ship. And once Yamato was destroyed, once Musashi was destroyed, they ordered all images of this ship to get destroyed. So that's why there's so little amount of black and white footages, actual footage of Yamato. And the only surviving ones are from spotter planes or from a main deck of a ship. Mostly from spotter planes and attack aircraft. So dive bombers to Corsairs, blah blah blah. I'm saying blah 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 a lot in this video. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm saying it, so yeah. I'll explain Yamato and Musashi in a different episode. Alright, we went off on a tangent. Let's get back to the main focus of this video, USS Iowa. The length was 887 feet, and the beam was 108 feet. Draft was 38 feet. The displacement of this ship was 45,000 long tons, and then at full load, it is at 57,500 long tons. Well, I hope you enjoyed this new kind of series, this new episodes for me. I'll get better at editing these and all that stuff. This has been USS Iowa. I hope you guys enjoyed this information. Maybe if you're doing like a school thing in like World War II class or something, you will be well taught on the Iowa class or the Iowa ship itself. Fun fact, or not fun fact, I think in the 80s, USS Iowa was shooting off a round, and one of the guns on the turrets blew up and caused 14 deaths, I believe. It was the only casualties USS Iowa basically ever had. And USS Iowa never had casualties in war, and an accident after the war caused casualties. And if you're dumb and you don't know what casualties are, deaths. Because I didn't know what casualties were until I started learning about the Civil War back in 6th grade. I seem stupid for saying that, but yes, that happened. If you want to see more content like this, smash that subscribe button and put notifications on.